What's going on, YouTube? SpencerDog944 with another video of my 84NA, and today I'm going to be removing my master cylinder and replacing the seal because I have a leak down here. Now, hopefully it's just the outer seal on it and I don't have to replace all the O-rings and hone out the bore on the master cylinder. I think it's one seal, but if it's not, I will be redoing the entire master cylinder. But before I know all that, gotta get it out. So the first thing, unscrew the cap here, get that out of the way, get this guy out of the way, and I've already pulled as much brake fluid out as I can with my pneumatic brake bleeder. I just popped the hose in there and sucked it out. So next thing I can do, just remove that hose, and we can just wiggle this guy off, and it should just pop off here. There we go. Oh, shit. Alright, got a towel handy to clean up all the excess brake fluid. Alright. Looking back on it, probably would have been a better idea if I put a towel underneath, but, well, you live and learn. Alright, so, now, with the reservoir off, it's easier to get to the master cylinder. I'm not going to pull out these two grommets, but I'm going to start disconnecting these three lines here. They are 11 millimeter. And, alright, so I got that one loosened. And what I'll do, I'll get these three lines removed off camera, and we'll go on those two bolts. Alright, so with the three 13 millimeter lines removed, I had a zip tie here. I'm not sure if that was a previous owner thing or not. Excuse me, the three 11 millimeters. I had a zip line here, and I wasn't sure if that was a previous owner thing or if that's how that goes, but I snapped that off, and that will give me more room to get at these two 13 millimeter bolts that are holding the master cylinder to the brake booster. So I will get these two guys removed now. Alright, so with the two 13 millimeter bolts removed and the washers as well, the master cylinder should be able to slide right out. And it does. And the ring in question is this guy right here, but this looks pretty gross. So, oh shit, I'm spilling stuff. Yeah, let me get this stop dripping brake fluid everywhere. So I decided against rebuilding this master cylinder just because, one, I couldn't find the parts, and two, I don't want my brakes to fail because of it. So I went on Pelican Parts. I was able to find the exact match for my Girling brake booster, because there are ATE boosters and then there are Girling boosters. The ATEs need the ATE master cylinders. Now the Girlings need the Girling master cylinders, but those aren't in production. Those are actually getting made by FTE. Now the part number is 944-355-011-0, and it says right here for use with Girling brake boosters, which is what I have. Now, I read on Clark's Garage that in the earlier 83, 84 944s, you can swap them out, the ATE or the Girlings and vice versa, but later on it seems that I believe it's the ATE that has a it's 20 millimeters longer, and because of that, you have to adjust your brake pedal. But I went ahead, got a direct replacement, and here it is. So now I don't have to dork around with any of that stuff. Came with the O-ring as well. So I got a new brake master cylinder, new O-ring. So let's get this guy slipped on here. Alright, look at that. That's beautiful, like a glove. Alright, so I have the O-ring on there, and as we can tell, that's the old one, this is the new one. All the holes and everything line up perfectly. The only thing, it doesn't have that 10 millimeter hole that the old one does. That would go right there, but should be good. So now it's just a matter of, let's get my reservoir grommets plugged back in. Alright, looking mighty fine. And I can go get this bolted on the car. Alright, so the reinstallation, it's wicked easy. You just basically, you don't basically, you slide it on, make sure you get that guy in there. Let me get, there we are. And pop these washers on. One right there, they actually came with new nuts, which is awesome. Snug that guy down. Oh shit, of course. Okay, the torque spec for the 2 bolts are 15.5 foot-pounds, and the lines from what I've seen in the manual are set to 12 foot-pounds. I have those torqued down, and now I just pop my reservoir cap on. Alright, got my reservoir tank cleaned out, dried off. And it should just seat in there just like so. Just a little cap, slides in there like that. Cap screws on like so. And just connect this line right here. Alright, everything looks good. Now, it's just a matter of bleeding the brakes. I've done a couple videos on that in the past, and making sure that there are no leaks coming from the master cylinder. So let me get that done and I'll be back. Alright, what's going on? So I just got back from a test drive. Well, actually yesterday I test drove it, and it's the next day, and I wanted to let it cool down. So after replacing the master cylinder, there has been no brake fluid droppings or anything. But the problem I run into is my car is overheating. So, for whatever reason, the thermostat is bad. So, that will be my next video. But, as far as the master cylinder goes, everything is good. Everything is, yeah, everything's working perfectly. She looks good. Everything's all tight. No drippings, no nothing. And, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.